Hello, dear listeners. This is Industrom and me, Alexander Girschfeld. Uh, Today we're gonna talk about promotion tools for your escape rooms, and we're gonna discuss and look at all practices that are used all over the world. Can you hear me? Okay, so let's start. I guess there is a sound and you can hear me. Hello? Okay, let's start. We're gonna speak about escape rooms promotion. So, about myself, why I'm telling you about advertising and marketing. Um, I had two master's degrees in marketing. So one is in Leeds University Business School, and the second one is in National Research University of Higher School of Economics in Moscow. Okay, let's start. We're gonna talk. This webinar will be a little longer than usual because the topic is really huge and we have a lot to discuss. So we're gonna talk about sales system at the beginning. As you can understand, escape rooms are created for emotions. So basically, people are coming to live their life within 1 hour in magic school, in prison, in dungeon, or anywhere. So we have to sail escape rooms through emotions. To understand how to promote your escape rooms better, we need to discuss about 5 elements. The first element is target audience. Of course, location, competitors, brand, and USP. I'm gonna tell you what is it on following slides, and I hope you will understand because it's not that simple as it could be. So let's talk about audience first. For better promotion tools, uh, in every book about promotion, about sales, you will see the topic of target audience. So basically, target audience are the people who are you targeting to, who you sell your escape rooms. So to define your audience, you need to find out who they are. Basically, gender, age, income level, and all what you can see on these slides is really important. Don't think that if you are targeting, for example, families, it doesn't matter what kind of income it is and what kind of escape room experience they have. So everything is important. So better you define your target audience, better your promotion tools will work. As you know, we did a study. Okay, I don't really know how to make my voice louder because the mic is next to me. Can you hear me better now? If yes, you can tell it to me on comments. Okay, as you know, we did some survey on Facebook groups, and I will give you the examples of this survey over here in red left corner, or in yellow red corner. So this is the answers you gave it to us. Who is your target audience? So somebody told us it's everyone, somebody it's 25-30, somebody told us students, families, women aged 30-50, and businesses. Basically, you have no idea who is your target audience, because 25, 30 is not enough for you to understand what do they want, what do they need, how to promote it. You need more information. You need to define better who is your target audience. And the main mistake that everybody does, they're trying to have everyone in their target audience. Basically, you don't need to target everyone. You need to target your target audience, who you will define. And here it is, unique selling proposition. I will try to explain it to you, and I hope you will understand it, because it's kind of important for everybody to understand what it means and to use it as a tool for marketing and sales. So unique selling proposition. Unique, it means that you are the only one who has it, so it has to be unique. Selling, it means that you aim to earn money. And offer, that means that you are offering something. So to make it unique selling proposition, you need to understand who you're targeting at the beginning. Who are your competitors and what do they do? So you need to define what they do, what tools they use, and what they're trying to promote with their escape rooms. And you need to find something unique in your rooms, or figure out or made up even something unique from competitors, of course. And of course, pros and cons of your escape room. Basically, what do you sell to players? USP can be true. You can find something unique and tell it to your customers, or you can figure something out to make up something that is totally different from others and to promote it as well. So there are two examples. An example of good USP, it means, let's read it all together. So we have a scariest escape rooms for advanced players. The opposite of the USP, it's really important that it has the opposite one, so the competitors could use it. For example, if we're saying the scariest escape rooms for advanced players, your competitor can say our escape rooms are not scary and are good for beginners. So this is also the unique selling proposition. What is not unique selling proposition? We have the most interesting escape rooms for everyone. None of your competitor will say we have like boring escape rooms which are good for no one. That means when you say it like this, most interesting escape rooms for everyone, it means that you are giving nothing unique. You're just saying we have like most interesting, no even proposition. What makes them interesting? What define that they're interesting, and why your competitor has bad ones? Maybe for better understanding, I will give you an example of direct promotion. As you all know, direct promotion is the keywords that you're typing in Google or in any search engine website, and he will give you the websites that fits this request. And I guess most of you who spend money on direct uses escape room words to promote there. I guess you understand that everybody is using these two words, escape room, to promote it, and more you use it, the more expensive it gets. So you don't need to use escape rooms only two of the separate words. You need to say the most exciting escape rooms for families in Texas, for example, or in Moscow or anywhere. That will be much better solution. You will pay less money for direct. You will target your audience that says in Texas for families and like the most decorated, for example, rooms. So there is a task for you. Make up your unique selling proposition. Think what you sell and what is the uniqueness of your product. Why they should buy your rooms, not others. Let's talk about brand because it's a part of the promotion. The brand visual consists of company name, logo, and like all visual elements like color, design, and symbols that you use. So, brand is really important. I guess like everybody understands that. Brand is more than advertising or marketing. It's what uh, your audience think about you or your company, seeing company name, logo, and all this visual advertising. So pay attention on this, and we will discuss more on today's webinar. So here is example of different logos. We will talk about it for a few minutes. So let's say, for example, claustrophobia, the one that in the middle with a key. It works well because it was one of the first companies that came up with escape rooms. It's known. It gives us F, like Russian letter F, with a key, and it says like phobia because they're naming themselves not claustrophobia but phobia, and like it's pretty common everywhere, like in Russia, and most of the players will understand that it's an escape room. But honestly, it won't work everywhere, and nobody will understand what the hell is this key means and what it does and why is a key on in this black triangle. So I wouldn't say it's a good example. A better example, let's say an escape with a lock on the logo. So we can see that we can understand that you have to escape, that you're locked, and you need to unlock yourself basically to escape. That's much better example. And like it looks cool. It doesn't have small elements that you cannot read if the logo is really small. For example, in Lost In, you can see a real life escape game with the small letters written above the logo. I think it's a bad example because when the logo is pretty small, you cannot understand what is written, and the font that they use here is not readable. So I would say it's a bad example. Also, they have like 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors. So yellow, whatever it is, with like orangey yellow lock on it. So I would say it's not the best example we can say. So for example, the mystery room in Houston, yeah, there is a Sherlock Holmes face on it. What kind of image comes up when you see or hear about Sherlock Holmes? It gives you mystery, it gives you some interesting puzzles, it gives you like ideas that it would be up to me exciting. So I would say this is a good idea to use Sherlock Holmes as a logoed brand name for escape rooms, because escape room is a mystery that you need to solve, and Sherlock Holmes was one of the best mystery solvers. Um, for example, the logo with 2 cubes on it, I have no idea what it means. I have no idea as a customer that it's an escape rooms. So this is a bad example of logo. Guys, if you can hear me bad, I don't know what can I do. As you can see, I'm doing it like that, so I cannot say it louder. I will try to talk louder, but I hope you will understand that I'm doing my best. Okay, so this logo is not a good example, as well as Comnata Quest. It looks cool. I mean, I like how they keep it stylish, but let's think about it. Komnata Quest is, as I know, an American-based company that runs by ex-Russians or ex-Russian-speaking guys. And Komnata is basically a room in Russian language. And why they using it in USA? That will nobody will understand what it means. I don't know. So this is a mistake one. The second mistake is quest. Um, in USA and in Europe, they don't use quest for escape rooms. They use escape room word to explain what the hell is happening. So this is a mistake two. But it looks really cool, and I get the idea that you will be like locked in a room in Komnata. But for English-speaking guys, I guess nobody will understand it. So um, I will also show you how we picked a brand name, but it will be a little after this slide. So, logo. Up to me, it shall stand for your unique sales proposition. So, if you're selling an escape room and you need to figure out what is uniqueness of it and try to show it with your logo or with your visual effects of this uniqueness as well. Also, there is a mistake when owners of escape rooms are trying to make up a logo based on their first or second or third room. Imagine that you will open more rooms and your next rooms won't fit the same topic as your logo, so it may be a bad example to use your room's theme as a logo of your company. On this slide, we can see the explanation of the owners from the survey why they use this logo or not another one. So you can read it. I'm not gonna speak about it for a long time because the webinar has 51 slides and we need to make it like faster for you not to be bored. So you will read it yourself. I guess it's nothing bad about it. Also, there are 10 signs of perfect logo. It has to be stylish, easy to presentative. So the second point is going well with this one. So you cannot understand what the hell is happening here. Attractive, clear, readable, simple, easy to remember. I used Apple logo as an example. So when you see an apple, what do you feel about it? You can say it's an expensive brand, it's cool, it's high tech and stuff like this. So, but I would say Apple brand is not a best example because they spend so much money on the promotion. But for you to understand, I guess it will work. Okay, this is example how we picked a logo. I won't say it's in the best example of logo logo with all this concept I'm telling you today. But for you to understand, we had 1, 2, 3, like about 10 different logos with totally different concept, and we picked a pretty simple one, the one that says through exit with a door in the middle. But there was like different ideas. So on your left corner there was an idea that it's a floor plan with locked guy inside and was like with different riddles. I liked it, but it was pretty difficult to read. It had a lot of colors, so we forgot about it. Also, there was like a true exit in the middle that is written with 3D letters in different dimensions. but also pretty hard to read, a lot of colors. So we had about 50 people giving the ideas which logos they like more or they like less, and after all the discussions we used this green uh, simple logo with a door on E, and I guess it worked well. It's pretty recognizable, and like it maybe it doesn't give you the idea what an escape room is, but you have to find the true exit to escape. So I guess we had our point to the audience with this logo. Competitors. So, as you understand, the market of escape rooms expanded really fast, and on most of the cities or countries there are one, two, or 10 or 100 escape rooms, and of course there are competitors everywhere. Some companies are friends with their competitors. They are exchanging promo materials, using their practices as well. But let's say in general, um, you need to find uniqueness from your competitor, and you need to promote your uniqueness, not something common for escape rooms. Also, you need to check what your competitor is doing and what works well and what works badly. And of course, you need to use the best practice from your competitor or figure out something else to be uh, more successful than he is. And of course, while you're monitoring your competitor, the best indicator is the number of games he sold. So let's say there are 3 escape rooms and you are thinking to open a new one with your brand, and your competitor has also 3 games, and the topics are different from yours, but let's say the competitor has a prison and you want to open a new stylish, cool and exciting prison. Check his bookings. If he has 0 bookings on prison, don't you dare to open prison by yourself. I know you will spend maybe more money, you will make it more exciting, cooler, but it still be prison, and as you can see from your competitor, players don't like prison. So don't you think that your prison will be much better? I don't think so, because players are your customers and they know better what they want. So check your competitor and use their mistakes and good examples for your needs. You can check not only your neighbors or like competitors that are in your city. You can use the knowledge of all enthusiasts. For example, you can ask on Facebook, you can ask it like on conventions, on shows. You can also check your competitors on like in a different area of your country or like in different city of your country. Like check your competitors. They will give you a lot of information without giving it to you. You will search for it yourself. So there are 2 good examples and 2 bad examples. Uh, so one example is our client bought 2 rooms, and it was his first 2 rooms, and he said, I have a competitor next door from my location, which I got, and like he doesn't use outdoor advertisement at all. So we came up with an idea that if he's not using outdoor advertisement, he should spend even more money. Just a second, I will read the question. Okay, so the example. I will answer the questions later because it will take 2 or more hours uh, if I will answer them now. Uh, can you write them down? Okay, so our client invested a little more money on outdoor advertisement, and a lot of people from the competitors started to come to his escape rooms. So this is a good example how he monitored his competitors, finds a weak point, and used this weak point to promote himself. One more example, it's from our practice. So we, at the beginning in 2015, we used a lot of budgets on SEO. So, and at some point, we spend more than we get from this promotion tools, and we find out different promotion tools, and we start using money on them, and it worked out very well. So you need to monitor what kind of effect your promotion tools gives to you. The bad example, uh, with the prison as well, don't you use bad themes or unpopular themes when you're figuring out what kind of rooms you will open next. Uh, just check what is popular and what is not popular with your target audience. Make a survey, like ask your customers after they will finish your escape rooms what topics they want, and like write it down and read it after like a month, and you will find out what is will be interesting for players and what won't. Uh, Another bad example of promo um, tools. So it was 2014, just the beginning of escape rooms in Russia, and claustrophobia was like a top 100% leader of escape rooms at that time, and they thought they need a good promo campaign to open in St. Petersburg, the second largest city in Russia. And as you can understand, in 2014, like 15, no one in Russia, or like maybe in the world, only like 1% knew what the hell is escape rooms. And there are three examples of outdoor advertisements that claustrophobia did. They basically put a huge banner on outdoor shields next to the road, and you can see like empty cafe, empty airplane, and empty beach with a sign, "Where are everybody?" Everybody went to claustrophobia. There is no explanation what the hell is claustrophobia. There is a really tiny website link that maybe half of the people won't even see, and they are positioning claustrophobia with a capital letters, a big one, but nobody knows what the hell is claustrophobia. It's a bad example of promotion because you're promoting something that nobody knows, and like doesn't give any effect this way. Locations of your escape rooms. This is also very important. We did a survey, and we found out what kind of escape room locations um, he picked. So 19% of of the companies using city center, shopping center, tourist center, and I guess you can read and you will read it yourself. But it's just a survey from 40 companies all over the world, so I wouldn't say that's a best reference you can follow, but let's talk about it. The location. Um, Location is one of the most important places that you have to use as a promotion, because your customers who are coming to your place will be at your location basically. And if it's just an empty room with no logos, with no even free water, no one will like it. Yeah, I will show you the pictures of locations all over the world, and you will understand what I'm telling you. So most of the companies that send the examples of the location doesn't use any promotion in the location. So somebody is using logo on building, windows, banners, but as you can see, most of the people don't, and this is a huge mistake. Have a look. Okay, have a look here. This is the example of the locations. Um, on your right top corner, it's a location for Russian companies that have built 10 escape rooms in one location, and they called it the street of escape rooms. So basically they made it look like a street, and each door is an entrance to each escape room. So you can understand how cool it looks. So people will make pictures, will talk about it, will discuss it, and will tell their friends and I don't know, colleagues how cool it was, and you should go there, and will give you more and more customers with such an area. Also, you can see on your top left corner, there is no sign, there is just a small door, and it's pretty hard to find it, I guess. And it doesn't give you any good emotions with such an entrance or such a waiting area as in the middle, for example, just a plain white room with just a couch, and that's it. You need to use your location as a promotion tool, as an additional sales. For example, I want to spend my birthday with my friends doing escape rooms. I want to play an escape room, I want to eat, I want to drink, I want to talk to my friends, and I want to go and play more escape rooms. So this kind of waiting area on your left bottom corner will give you the idea how cool it will be to spend in such location your birthday, not in some white pale room. So 52% have a themed waiting area, 40% doesn't have anything in their waiting area. So my advice, change it. This 40% have to use their location as a promotion tool. Of course, when you're finding or searching for a new location, you need to use some ideas or some knowledge where you have to open your next location. Of course, it has to be in a good geographic location next to the roads, it's next to the city mall, for example, somewhere where your customer will come and will feel comfortable, I'm sorry, coming to that place. Um, so let's go further. So the promotion tools. Now we will come to examples and discussions about the promotion tools. So basically, shareware and paid promotions are two engines that will I forgot the word collaborate with each other. So while you're using your promotion tools, and I guess there won't be only one or two promotion tools, you need to make an event calendar for you to see what is happening on each day or each hour, and you always need to get the feedback from your promotion tools, whether they're good or whether they're bad. Because if you're not getting the feedback from your promotions, you will not understand like what works and what doesn't. And for example, you are spending $100 on Facebook advertisement, $100 on I don't know, on promo codes, and 100 on something else. And some of the tools gives you any result and some doesn't, but you don't know which one if you're not getting the feedbacks. So you must do it. So here is the example of the calendar and the Google Analytic for TrueExit, for example, where we can see the digits where from our customers came on our website. And by the way, I'm not going to discuss the website today. It's going to be the fourth webinar because it's a huge topic and I guess everybody understands that. So today we're gonna talk about all other promotions, but the website will be next one. If you're not a professional in some tools, promotional tools, you should really think of using an expert in this field. It will save you money at the end. So you can think that I will make it myself, I won't spend money on the guy who will manage this campaign. But honestly, if you never did it, it's not that simple to make it right. So better use an expert on for example, for Google advertisement. Don't spend a lot of money without knowing where do you spend them. And there was an example in Facebook group, the enthusiast, where the guy did his Google advertisement and didn't put the hashtag for geolocation, and like in different continents players could see his advertisement, and you can understand that it doesn't worth it. You need to target your geographically close audience, not like all over the world. So this is the example when a guy did his Google AdWords himself and make a mistake basically and spend much more money on that. So 19% doesn't use Google AdWords. So 31% uses around more than $700 for Google, and like you can see the digits. So the keywords, you can see this your examples you sent to us. Escape rooms, this is a bad example because if you use escape room as a Google keyword, it will cost you a lot and it won't bring you a lot of customers because it's well world spread word combination, and to get the customer with this two words, it will cost you much more than the ticket for your room. So also pay attention at that. Social networks are really important. Like everybody is using social networks now. Like most of your customers are in social networks. So think about spending money on that. And as you can see, 95% uses advertising in social networks. So Facebook. Facebook, everybody knows Facebook. Everybody is on Facebook. So it's an easy tool to promote your escape rooms. You need to use geo-orientated campaign. You need to take into account your habits and interests of your target audience, and I think it would be a better idea to consultate with someone who has a good practice of a Facebook advertisement for them to help you to maintain your campaign in a Facebook, because it's a perfect tool to get customers from internet to your escape rooms. Uh, there is such there are such sites as aggregators. I'm not sure you use such word as aggregator, but the main idea is a website that consists all escape rooms in some area. For example, in Russia we have like four, maybe five or six aggregators that has most of the rooms in all Russia, and there you can see um, ratings of all escape rooms, reviews on the escape rooms, some pictures of escape rooms. So basically, you can pick as a customer, you can pick a good room that will you will like, and you will get like all information you need from this aggregator. So search for aggregators in your country, in your city, and try to put your escape room on top so players will see it and will buy it from these aggregators. It's a really huge um, promo tool. If you want, we can discuss it a little more after. But honestly, believe me, and my practice, aggregator is one of the most important tools that you can use, such as like the same the same success as a Facebook can give a good aggregator in your country. So, TripAdvisor, Yellow Pages, and more websites such as TripAdvisor and Yellow Pages in your continent, in your city, in your country. Uh, I guess you all know what is famous in your country, so use them. It's also a good practice. I guess TripAdvisor is used in most of the countries. There are a lot of bad examples and good examples how to promote your rooms with them. I can tell you how it's done, for example, in Russia, and what kind of um, tools are used by competitors and by owners. So I can say that 50 or maybe 60% of all reviews on TripAdvisor, the 5-star ratings are made by the companies that you read the rating. So they made the reviews by themselves. Of course, the best one. I played this room with my family. It was so exciting. I like all the rooms from this company. You should go and check it. So this kind of review is from the owner or from the friends of the owner. If you can see the bad review, like 1-star review, and like most of the times it's the competitors who are trying to spoil your company name, your good ratings. Um, Also in USA, I've read some examples when not players, when some person made 1-star review without even playing the room, and after that, when the owner contacts him, he said, "I would remove it, but you need to give me a free game." And honestly, that's a freaking bad situation, because 1-star review on TripAdvisor will spoil all your statistics. You need to give like 10 or maybe 50 5-star reviews to cover this 1-star review. And you can imagine that this guy who made it can make 2, 3, 4, 5 such reviews. So don't, as a player, don't trust like 100% the TripAdvisor or any review you're reading. But as an owner, of course, try to satisfy all your customers and call the police if something like that happens when a guy is trying to blackmail you. Like type his name or record his cell phone call. Like don't let it happen, cause more it will happen, more such examples there will be. Uh, and yes, I can tell you that in Russia, this TripAdvisor, Yellow Pages, aggregators, reviews, most of the times are fake because competitors are writing to bad reviews, owners typing good reviews, and like honest players may write a review, but it's not that common, for example, in Russia as in USA to write a review on something. Okay, TV and radio commercial. As you can see, like 70% does not use any of those. Um, at the beginning of 2015, we used a radio commercial. We didn't pay for that. We gave them free gift certificates so they can make a competition on the radio, and who will win the gift certificate and will go to escape room. So honestly, we didn't measure how successful it was or how unsuccessful it was, and I can't tell you it's a good example or bad one, but honestly, uh, like radio commercial is not the best example to promote your escape room, because it's emotions, and you need to show the emotions with pictures or with some promo materials. On radio it will be much harder to do with just a voice. And imagine like TV commercial will cost enormously a lot, so better spend this money on Facebook. Um, okay, uh, there is an example of outdoor commercial on your right. So some owners brand their car, some, like on the bottom you can see the example of logoed bus with through exit. Honestly, I don't think it works. It may work with a trailer, if you have like a trailer escape room, and the outside of this trailer has to be like full of joy and full of information what is inside and why it is so cool, so you are willing to play that. The better outdoor promotion on your trailer there will be, better for you. um, for magazine newspapers, so um, in 2014, 15, and maybe 16 there were a lot of magazine articles about escape rooms, about, for example, some brand of escape rooms. If it works or not, I cannot tell you honestly, because there is no statistics that so many players came from this magazine. But if you are a big chain, it may be a good idea to use some article in Forbes, for example, or in some popular magazine. But if you're like having 2, 3, maybe 5 escape rooms, that's not a good way to spend your marketing budget. So I would say it's good for big brands, not for small ones. Pop-up events. That's 3 examples. Um, one, one panic box example, the small mobile escape room, and 2 bigger escape rooms on your right. Uh, why they're good? You can place this kind of booth or small escape room in some event, so more people will see it, more people will be aware about your brand, more people will be interested in escape room as well. Because I don't think like 100% of people know what escape room is or heard about it, and I still uh, meet some people who has no clue what the hell is an escape room is. And imagine how hard for me to imagine this when a guy is saying, I have never heard about it. What is it? My head blows up. I'm starting to explain what the hell are the escape rooms, and these pop-up events will work perfectly for such people who has no idea what escape room is, or for your brand to be promoted in some mall or in some event where a lot of people are. Just a second, I will read the question. Andrei, the statistics came from the survey, the one I sent you and the one you said you will accomplish. And I guess as you're asking me this question, you didn't do it. So shame upon you. But you can see other results here. So, celebrities, opinion leaders. That's a cool way to promote your rooms. We used it. I know a lot of companies also used it. And basically, what it is, uh, you whether pay the celebrity or opinion leader to come to your escape room and play it and write the reference on their Facebook or Instagram account, um, and all his subscribers will see it and will want to come to play the same escape room as their celebrity or their opinion leader. But you need to measure how much you pay to the guy who will come to you, and how much how what the effect will be. So I can tell you to mm, to get some blogger from Instagram that has 50,000 subscribers will cost you approximately 200 300 dollars, like in Russia. Let's say in Russia. Maybe in USA, in Europe, it will be a little different figures, but I will just give you the example. So you're paying 300, you're letting this guy play for free, so that means that you need to get up to 6 or like 4 teams to come after his review. So try it. If it works, use it again and again. If it doesn't work for you, well, think, what did you do wrong? Maybe it was a bad celebrity, for example. So I don't know. I won't give you any examples, for me not to harass any of celebrities, but I hope you got the idea. So celebrities and opinion readers is a good way to promote your room. It can even be free for you, just you will let the guy play it. But as I told you before, and I will repeat it again, you need to evaluate how successful was your promo tool that you used. You need to do it. So shareware tools, it's basically the promo materials that you are giving away. You need to spend some time to make a good design of it. You need to spend some money on to print it, and you need to pay for someone to deliver it to the customer. Um, there will be some examples of promo materials Листовка, как по-английски? Like booklets and some discount coupons, certificates as well, brochures and flyers. What can I tell you? Like, of course, we used it, and of course, at that time, at the beginning, we didn't evaluate how good was it. We only evaluate the success of how to explain it to you. The success of discount discount codes. So what we did, I will show it to you. For example, we gave this kind of card. It's a plastic one, it's not a paper one. It almost costs the same as a paper one, but still it has like pictures. It has a discount for uh, $20. And to get this discount, you need to insert on our website the word that this card has. And with this word, you will get the discount. So with this word, we can evaluate how good this promotion worked or not. So there are also some examples of our certificates. I will show it to you just a second. We use the cube afterwards that looks like this. Just a second. So it looks like this. It has a code on its back. And what we did with it, we sold it. It's like basically a gift certificate, but it looks really cool and it gives you a lot of information and what it gives you. And the most important part is that you can leave it to you. I mean, you can leave it, don't give it back to us as a toy, like that. And it's a really cool toy for anyone to play, because it's like a cubic Rubik, I guess you know what the hell is that. And if you're living it in your apartment or in your job, people will see it, will play with it, and will ask, what the hell is that? So it will be a kind of promotion for you to, like free promotion for you to get new customers from the old customers. And to use this, you just take the number of the cube, you say to us, and you can leave the cube with you. The cube was around $5, and for summer we used this kind of promotion as well. It's a card, and you can play with it as well, the same way. Um, there is a one cool example. So it's a card. It looks like that, and but when you open it, and you can make it as a gift certificate as well. Have a look. Cool, isn't it? It's like a 3D model of a card. It can be anything. It can be like your logo or like any object that will help you to excite your customers. Let's go further. So as you can see, the flyers, the discount coupons have to give a useful information for a person. Just a second. Да, теперь переключил. So the better design you use for your promo materials, the better they will work. But when you are doing them, pay attention about your target audience, about your uniqueness, and all that we talked about above. So about gift certificates, I showed you ours. I show you them as a good example. There is a phobia key that is made out of metal, and I think it's not bad as well, because like it gives you something cool, something unique. And as a bad example, it's just a card with a digit, like with a code on it, and you just give it as a present just a normal card. It's pretty boring, and I don't think it's a good example. Uh, and you are taking it away after person will come to your location and use it. So think about something that your customer will leave and will attract more people from it. Don't take it away. Don't use just the cards because they're boring. And you are selling the excitement, something exciting. So think about it as well. Uh, Perks escape room fans will love. So like also what we did the cases for iPhones, for cell phones, some gifts or souvenirs when your players succeed. So I can show you what they do in Russia. Just a second. Yeah. So the beginner of this was claustrophobia as well. They gave this kind of rubber belts or whatever, and it says claustrophobia on it, and each room has its unique color. And I have pretty a lot of those because I played a lot of rooms. Um, like as a good example of that is that there are a lot of fans who collect them and like show to their friends or whatever. Somebody is wearing them as well. And as a bad example, they're pretty boring. I mean, like I wouldn't use them as as a promo because I will throw them away, honestly. Like we used a metal значок? Like a metal sign that is putting on that with different themes as well, badges. But also, I don't think it's like best example. If you're giving something away, honestly, it would be much better idea to give the printed photo of players who solved your escape room. They will keep it as a memory because it's a printed picture, and like most of the people don't use them now. Um, we use the Polaroid prints, so for every team we made one shot for free, and if they were willing to buy more of those, we just took like $1, for example. And like people loved it because they put it on a fridge, and like their friends were coming and seeing that was asking what the hell is that, and the more um, exciting photo is, the better you promote your rooms. And we will talk about the pictures a little further, the photos. Um, of course, you can give some information, some brochures to the players who already played your game, for them to give it to the friend or to their best friend. Uh, but you need to evaluate how it works in your country or it doesn't work at all in your country, for example, because every nation is different. And like in Russia, something works, in Germany, something doesn't work, or in Canada, something works, and in United States doesn't. Like you need to try most of uh, most of what I told you today, and you need to evaluate what works well or not. So street promotions, uh, you need to to figure out if it's legal or not in your country. So to paint graffitis, signposts on, or graffiti on the road that gives you the direction where you should go to play an escape room. Um, so the as a good example of street promoting your escape rooms. In Moscow, we used to have the night challenges when you have a car, when you have a team, and you need to accomplish some puzzles or some tasks they that they will give you, and it can be part of your escape room promotions as well. Why not? You can try it. Uh, about the delivery of these discounts and coupons and some information on the street. Think about following. Uh, I guess in every country, in everywhere, you have a guys who have guys that are standing next to the street and giving some paper information to pedestrians that are passing by. You can use the same practice, but what you have to change, you need to dress this guy as, I don't know, as a Merlin, as a person that goes with the same topic as your escape room. So it can be a prisoner in a robe, and he will give you the discounts for your prison escape, or it can be a Gandalf guy who gives you the promo materials for your magic room, or it can be an alien for your alien room. So make it exciting. The more exciting you make it, the better way you will promote your rooms. More people will like it. And as we told at the beginning, escape rooms are selling emotions. So sell it through emotions. So about cross promo and promotions at schools, universities, tourist centers. As you can see, like 50, almost half doesn't use it at all, and I can tell you we used it, and we had some good practices and also some bad practices at all for that. So for schools, universities, and tourist centers, we used pop-up stands. We used like some discounts, some coupons. For universities, we invited, uh, how to say, I don't know if you have some, like, you have a class and there is a guy who, in this class, who is in charge of everybody in the class. So a main guy in the class. I don't know how to translate it. So we invited him and the same guys from different classes to play our room free and to spread um, his experience in the class. And basically, when he played an escape room, he loved it, and he will tell all his classmates about it, or all his university fellows, and they will like come and play your room as well. So you didn't spend a lot, but you got a lot of newcomers. So this way we used cross promo materials with cinemas, but honestly it didn't go well. So maybe in your country it will work better. For example, I know the practice when the new Harry Potter movie came out with a Beast or something, and the owner of the cinema chain asked uh, the escape room owner to build some promotional pop-up escape room next to his cinema for Harry Potter. And of course they talked to Warner Brothers about it and gave all details what it should be, how it will work. And as I know, it worked very well, and it was good for cinema, and it was good for escape room owner as well, and I guess for Warner Brothers as well. So, social networks. This is a percentage, so 100% of survey companies who made the survey uses Facebook, and it's good. Uh, so TripAdvisor, I don't know why it's only 20%. I guess in USA everybody's using TripAdvisor, and most of the people in Europe as well. So this is just a rough digits. The content plan. We're talking about content plan in social networks. So for example, you have a page on Facebook and you're trying to attract new customers with it. Most of you are using just pictures of players, like posting them all over. So we had like 8 games, so it's gonna be 16 pictures, and honestly nobody cares for other players and other pictures. I don't want to see like guys who played before me or after me. That's not interesting content. If you want to get newcomers on your page and on your to your escape rooms, you should vary your content on Facebook. It can be pictures, it can be news, spoilers, videos, riddles, jokes, anything interesting, not just the photos of the players. I know most of you do it, but you are doing it wrong. Nobody wants to see other pictures. Um, there is an example, a good one, but I'm not sure you can use it for the small companies, but for the big ones, you should do it. Claustrophobia did uh, on their website. You can log in to your with your login with your password, and you will see all games which you have played in claustrophobia, and you can see all the pictures of you passed, for the rooms that you have passed. And this is a good example because I don't need to search. uh, I don't know. I was playing a room in 2015. I want to find this picture. If it's claustrophobia, it will be pretty easy. I just log in and I will see all my pictures, and there are like 40 of them there. And if you want to find a picture of you a year ago date, you need to search for tons of pictures on their Facebook page. So as you can see, nobody will do it, and it's not that interesting to search for it. So do a different content in your Facebook, so people will join your page, not just the pictures. Jokes, riddles, videos, also spoilers. Make some contests. For example, today, for companies who did a survey, we're gonna present a cryptex. So one of 40 will get this gift from us. We will ship it to your country, to you, and like we will do it at the end. You will see how it's done. So you can do the same with your Facebook page. For example, give them 50% discount, but what they have to do, they will need to make a special picture. They will need to tag 4 of their friends. They have to subscribe the Facebook page or Instagram page, and all people who he targeted as well need to subscribe the page, and then you will be able to win 50% discount. It will work perfectly, honestly. Try it. And some of different jokes, videos, something interesting. So, network content, play emotions card. So, useful 50%. It can be jokes, riddles, contests, video emotions, regal columns. Interesting for the players, not for you, not for like your competitors, but for players. Uh, so, selling. Don't overuse promo posts and discount special offers, cause they may work badly for you. Uh, you can see the tips. So don't be afraid to show players part of your settings, because if you have a good setting, you need to show some of that. It will warm their interest to you. Make short videos, some pictures, examples, even example of one riddle, for players to understand what the hell is escape room if they don't know it. Uh, So, do everything possible to get content from customers. This is very important. This is free for you, but this is the best promo you can use ever. Even more successful than Facebook and Google AdWords, but it work for companies that already working for like 2 months at least. So, what does it mean? You want your players to promote your escape rooms. Not you who will do all this, but players who played your escape rooms will promote your escape room with their Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and so on and so forth. To make it happen, what you should do: create an interesting setting with props. So, um, as you saw on the picture with the waiting area, it would be much more interesting to do pictures in some magical appearance with some decorations and stuff than in some boring white walls. I guess everybody understands that, but no, not everybody uses it. Just a second. I've lost it. Yeah, it's here. So allow your players to take pictures in escape room, but not everywhere. Of course, you need to find or create a photo zone, but not a boring wall with stupid cards in their hands that says "I'm escaped" or whatever you write on those. Give them some elements from escape room, dress them up, let them into your escape room and make one picture in unique environment. They will post it on Facebook. Their friends will ask, what the hell is that? Why you have such a cool picture and I don't have it? I want it also. Then you need to play an escape room. So, for example, there was a booth that print your Instagram pictures. And you know what some company does? They made a mirror with Instagram frame and with a sign like through exit at the bottom. So everybody like to make pictures in a mirror, like a lift a look. And with this mirror, you can make a picture and it will give you the details of your company, and when he will post it, everybody will see him and all your information, and it will work for you as well. Also, organize competitions in social networks. It will also work for you. It will be kind of free. It depends what you will give it as a price, but it gives you much more profit than you will spend on it. So, about your stuff. Everybody has guys who is explaining the rules and telling the prehistory for the players who he's letting inside. Now imagine it's just a normal guy in a t-shirt and he's saying blah blah blah, don't touch the walls, don't use sockets, don't tear furniture off, you are in a castle and you need to escape, blah blah blah, with such a boring pronunciation and stuff. And try to imagine a different situation when the guy is dressed up like a wizard. He's speaking with his magical voice. He's, for example, acting with players, and like the immersion into the world of escape room begins before the escape room, and people will love it. People will give a 5-star reviews, will discuss it, and I guess it would be a very nice idea to use your stuff as a promo as well. And of course, you can like offer player a discount or free coffee in exchange for posted a good picture on his profile. Of course, also as and I don't know if you use it or not, like all maps has the dots on it. So if you will type through exit, you will see like 10 places on map where they are. So you need to do it as well. Players are using Google Maps, and it's much easier to get to this dot if there is one into Google Maps than to fill in the address. So word of mouth is one of the most important promo tools you can use. Of course, the word of mouth can be a negative one, but as the psychologist says, people don't share negative with their friends and with their relatives as much as they do it with the positive emotions. So you need to stimulate your clients to the positive reviews or positive word of mouth talks. How? I can also give you an example. We have an administrator that worked for 1 year and a half in our escape rooms, and after each team goes out from escape room, he talks to them. He explains them how or why or what it should be there here, and if they have some questions, he's answering them. And if there was some problems in escape room, something doesn't work or there was no logic, he's trying um, to get over it. And like in 99% it worked. And even very angry customers became more friendly and gave us better reviews after talking to them. So use it as well. I know stuff can be expensive and you use like one guy for 2 or 3 rooms, but still try to change your timetable or figure out any ideas how you can talk to people after they play and get um, feedback from them. They can offer you really exciting ideas because a lot of people are playing escape rooms, and each of the player has their own view on something. So listen to them. Okay, blogger reviews. Also very important. Just a second. Okay, blogger reviews. Of course, you need to use them as well, or at least try to work with them. So I'm saying about not just a blogger that is writing a review on everything. I'm saying about the companies who are going into escape rooms and writing reviews, such as an aggregators or like Now Escape, Escape Reviewer, and so on and so forth. Um, More and more players are using these websites to read about an escape room before they go into one, because there are so many bad games. I mean, even in Russia we have, like in Moscow, 500 rooms, and I can say that only like maybe 50 of them are good. Like for me, for for advanced player, of course. For a newcomer who played none of the games, any game would be exciting because it's new and pretty interesting. But if I'm going to escape room and I see no decorations, I can now see the logic into the theme, and for example puzzles are only locks and padlocks and like paper hints. Like, I would not like this room because I used to play an exciting ones, and after you're going to a bad one, it will spoil your mood, it will spoil your experience. So most of the people are reading the reviews on such a blogger sites, and of course as an owner you can contact them, you can talk to them, you can invite them to play your escape room, to listen to their advices as a professionals, and uh, players will read and will look at your rooms through this blog as well. So try to uh, be a friend with with a team who is coming to write a review on your room. Loyalty programs. So basically, that's good for corporate clients. As I told you before, there are some personal accounts on some websites, but it can only work for huge chains. What else? For example, if you're booking your room, most of the companies will send you an email or SMS with the details. So pay attention what is in this email or SMS. Uh, it's a good practice to have a telephone number, information of your booking, when you should come, what you should wear, for example, if you need to wear something particular, uh, and like with a link, with a date, with all details that is needed, not just SMS that you have booked Sherlock Holmes room. That's a bad example. You need to give as much information as it is possible for your customer to be satisfied with uh, basic needs, such as when the game will be, where it will be, how to get there, how to call them if you have some problems, etc. Discounts. So discounts. That's a promo tool that not everybody likes. Of course, most of you uses them because you have no other way to get the customers. I'm telling more about Big Leon and Groupon. We will talk about a bit later, like next slide. But speaking about discounts, you can make a loyal programs as special offers for like birthday or holidays, or for example for your customer who is coming back and back and back to you, like his fourth or fifth game in your chain. So you may give him a discount or like something he will appreciate. So don't overuse discounts, because players won't buy your ticket with a full amount if you will overuse the discount. And we are coming to the big Leon and Groupon with that. So I would say I can't recommend you to use Groupon with a general practice, because as you know, Groupon gives up to 50%, up to like 90% of discount to the player, and not only he gives a discount to the customer, he's taking half of the revenue from you. So basically, if you have $100 ticket and you're using Big Leon, you will get only like $25 or even less from such a promotion. There is only one good example when you can use Big Leon or Groupon. If you're just launching your company and nobody in your city or area knows what the hell is escape room, So it may be a good example then. All other examples are bad because Groupon is basically killing not only your room but the industry in general. Because you cannot survive with 25% from the ticket. The only way you can use Groupon or Biglion is to get the idea what the hell is escape room, and if you're just opening to get the first customers. And you can see like 75% doesn't use them. We used in Russia we used Groupon only at the beginning, as I told you, and I know a lot of examples of escape rooms that are always using Groupon or Biglion or any other pawn, and most like 95% of them are closed now. So if you see the chain into such site, it means they're suffering now. They're having a bad situation. So other discounts like promo codes on sites, that's a good idea to evaluate your campaign. So basically how you do it, you having 5 different discount words, and for let's say for one university you give the word for first, for the second university you give the word second, and so on and so on and so forth. Like in 3 months you can evaluate which discount or which way of this discount word works better for you. For example, you see that university with word second works the best. Try to understand why it's working best in this university, not in others. Always evaluate your promotional tools. So for other discounts, they can be totally different. For birthday coupons, for extra discount on weekends, like we give 50% discount if you are playing only 2 players, not like whole team on not of course on weekends on or busy time, but on Monday morning or like on Tuesday night, for example. You can give some extra discounts to get at least someone, but don't use Big Leon anyway. Because if players will see you on Big Leon, they will not will to pay 100% price for your ticket, because they will think, I will buy it from there. I will wait for 1 month and they will be on Big Leon, so I will get this from Big Leon after. So, pictures, photos of your teams. As you can see, 98% takes like 100% of of all companies takes pictures of the players after the game, and as you can see, like only 55% does it inside, but honestly I think it's even less. So you have to find out the best place, the more exciting place to make pictures for players to share these pictures. I told you before about that. So there are some examples. So there are bad examples and good examples. On your bottom left, you can see an exciting 3 girls that are bored with this picture, and there is nothing special about that. And check, I don't know, others. So they seemed, people are smiling, like escape point. I I really think it's boring to hold this sign and nailed it. Genius winning sign. It's old fashioned already. Came up with something exciting. Put costumes on them. Put them inside your escape room. It will be much cooler. They will share it. Believe me. So mistakes. Uh, mistakes you can see from your competitors, of course. You need to check what they're doing, what works and what doesn't work for them. So don't forget about your target audience and unique sales. I'm already tired. I'm sorry. Um, so when you are picking a room uh, or the theme for your promotion tools, based not on your point of view. I know that, for example, customers are coming to me and saying, I really like Game of Thrones, for example. Maybe it's a bad example. Okay, I like scary movie, let's say, some Saw movie. And I want to build a Saw escape room. So think about not yourself but your target auditory. You are going to sell a lot of tickets and you're willing to earn on them, but only, I don't know, 10% of everybody likes the Saw movie. Maybe 20, maybe 50%, doesn't matter. I'm giving you the idea that you need to aim your target auditory but not yourself. Uh, and of course, the biggest mistake is not to monitor the effectiveness of advertisement. I'm keep on repeating that, and please pay attention on that. So now, this is basically the end of today's webinar. I hope we discussed most of tools. We're gonna speak about website and all that is covered by website of your escape rooms on the next webinar, because it's a huge topic. And I will answer the questions now, and we will find out who won the cryptex. So you can basically see how it looks. So I have a digit one and I have the labyrinth one. So the winner can pick it. Have a look. So you need to pass the labyrinth without seeing it, and to get out from the box. It's not that easy, but it's really tough and it's vandal proof, so players won't break it. Yeah, so looks like that. Okay, I have 37 companies that passed the survey, and I will do the randomizer. So you can see the randomizer. Just a second. So the 37 guys who attended that. So I'm pressing generate, and it's 35. 35. Just a second. Okay, 35 is this guy. Yeah. So I'm gonna contact you and you will tell me where we should send you this one or this one, or I have several others. I will let you pick them. So now the questions for webinar. Just a second. This, I'm not getting it. This includes those TV radio presenters come to your rooms and do all piece of report. If we are talking about our practice, No, they didn't come to us, but the team from this radio came and played our escape room, and as an how to say, as an announce for this promo games, they told that they played it, blah blah blah. It was exciting, but it was 5 seconds, and I don't think it worked really well. Um, so locally in small towns, you can get a newspaper writers and invite to play and write an article. Huge success if the article is positive. Make sure you give beer as well after the room. Uh, in every country is different. Like in Russia, you can pay him, for example, and he will write a good review for you. Your room can be exciting, and he will write a good review for you. And like you can always pay him to, if you're willing to do it, or you just pay to the newspaper to as an advertisement article, not an article for from some uh, writer. So is the target audience of different escape rooms different? Yes, that's what I told you. You should understand who is your target audience and target them mm, with tools that will suit this audience. For example, if you're doing the Second World War escape room and you're targeting like an old guys, let's imagine. So you don't want to use Facebook promotion for such a room, because these old guys, old people don't use Facebook as much as younger generation. And also, for example, if you want to promote magic school room, you don't need to use newspaper advertisement, because kids don't read newspapers. Of course, yes. Um, yes, people do like printed out photos. I also don't know how, like, do they like it in USA or Canada or in Japan or in any country, but um, how to explain? Today, like in 2017, I guess no one uses printed out pictures. And if you give them this kind of pictures, they usually put it on a fridge or somewhere where others can see it. So it's a good kind of promotion for you to show the excitement of an escape room to others without paying anything, just to print the picture. The fourth webinar will be like, I don't know, in 3 4 weeks. Um, and we will talk about website, booking system, and SEO tools. I hope you like this one. Please subscribe, uh, like, and share your other ideas with me so we can discuss them. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to tell you all these details. I hope you like them. Bye bye.